Hi, my name is Justice Paulus. I am currently a junior within the political science major at Bloomsburg University. I chose the topic of the North Korean nuclear issue because in today's globalized society, no issue is more dangerous than a country's nuclear capabilities. If in the wrong hands, and even perhaps in the right ones, weapons of mass destruction, such as nuclear warheads, can obliterate a gigantic area and population. The devastation that these weapons could cause strikes fear in the heart of any sensible human being. Understanding North Korea and how it operates is crucial to defending against any major atrocities that the state could commit. So, a little background on North Korea. Japan occupied Korea around 1905, and the occupation ended with the Allied forces' victory in World War II around 1945. With the end of Japan's occupation, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea was established. South Korea sought independence in 1950, which provoked aggression from the North, culminating with a ceasefire in 1953. Kim Il-sung continued to lead North Korea, and eventually joined the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. On numerous occasions throughout this country's history, ballistic missile tests have been conducted. After Kim Il-sung died and Kim Jong-il took over, the US and North Korea were able to work out a deal in which North Korea would stop its nuclear program and would be given resources by the United States instead. However, North Korea decided to end its peace agreement from the Korean War later in the same decade, the 1990s. In the new millennium, President George W. Bush of the United States deemed North Korea to be in the grouping of the axis of evil because of its nuclear involvement. With Kim Jong-un's succession as head of state in the country, North Korea's nuclear aspirations seemed greater than ever before. And to top it all off, North Korea's human rights track record has been abysmal within the last 50 to 60 years. Secret prison camps, exterminations, rapes, and torture have been rampant during the rule of the Kim family. To date, North Korea has attempted at least 5 nuclear missile tests. The tests occurred in 2006, 2009, 2013, January of 2016, and September of 2016. Reports of the quakes generated by the tests of the bombs vary, but as reported by the BBC, the magnitudes were 4.3 in 2006, 4.7 in 2009, 5.1 in 2013, 5.1 again in January 2016, and 5.3 in September 2016. January's bomb of this year is estimated to have had an explosive yield of anywhere from 6 to 9 kilotons of TNT, whilst September's was estimated at a force of 10 kilotons of TNT. For comparison, the bomb dropped in Hiroshima in World War II had an explosion equivalent to close to 15 kilotons of TNT. North Korea can enrich uranium, and potentially also use plutonium to make a bomb. The country also has ballistic missile capabilities, though experts are unsure whether they have developed a small enough nuclear warhead to attach to a missile. Needless to say, if they do indeed have the capabilities, a watchful eye is critical in combating this issue. Tensions are at an all-time high between North Korea and the United States, and really most of the world. With this in mind, solutions to stopping North Korea's nuclear weapon proliferation are few and far between. For the most part, the only viable solutions are economically based. The United States has begun to prevent U.S. banks from allowing the creation of accounts for North Korean banks due to the country's research on nuclear weapons. This would, in effect, hinder North Korea's financial assets used to fund the nuclear weapon research. And the United States is not the only actor involved with limiting North Korea's nuclear program. The United Nations also continues to uphold sanctions on North Korea. A few other solutions exist as well. Close cooperation with China, North Korea's only ally, is absolutely necessary. If China will help put more pressure on the country, perhaps North Korea may back down, or, at the very least, become more reasonable and resume discussions with other countries on limiting its nuclear program. Coinciding with that, one other potential solution that could be generated comes from the United States. As stated before, the United States once secured a deal with North Korea in which North Korea would limit its nuclear program, and in turn, the United States would provide resources. If the United States can secure a new deal in which they provide resources that North Korea so desperately needs, and in turn North Korea limits its nuclear program, perhaps the issue can be mitigated. Of course, North Korea has gone back on its word before, and nothing really would be stopping them from doing it again. Obviously, There isn't a singular, definitive method that any country can employ to slow North Korea's nuclear weapon progress. However, something must be done. If you want more information on this subject, you can begin your search with these sources that I used to develop this presentation.